My group is excited to introduce our project, the Fast Fashion Kit. Our goal is to redefine fashion with a splash of sustainability. We wanted to create something fun, practical, and impactful that tackles the serious problems behind fast fashion. First, let's talk about the problem. The fashion industry is one of the biggest polluters in the world. It wastes tons of water, releases harmful carbon emissions, and creates massive amounts of textile waste. Fast fashion encourages people to buy more clothes than they actually need, and most of these items end up in landfills. This overproduction also contributes to climate change and heavy water pollution. We believe that raising awareness is the first step to making a change. So what's our solution? We created the Fast Fashion Kit, a fun and easy to use guide that helps people repair and upcycle their clothes at home instead of throwing them away. The kit includes a variety of sustainable materials and tools, not just your average sewing kit. We made sure everything inside supports eco-friendly practices, encouraging users to give their clothes a second life. By using this kit, people can help reduce waste, limit overconsumption, and be part of a more sustainable future.
So what's going to be in our kit, it's going to be needles that are made of bamboo, which is going to be like good for the environment. There's also going to be patches that are made of sustainable fabric. One of the other things that's going to be on the kit, it's bioplastic. So we're not actually using like actual plastic, so it's like good for the environment and also good for making this kit a little bit more sustainable. There's the last thing is going to be glue in order to fix clothes, but the glue is going to be made of packing peanut, which is something we usually throw out, so we'll be using it to make the glue. These are sketches. Basically, there's going to be the glue, and then it's going to be made of bioplastic, and the top is going to be 3D printing, so it's able to move, and also it's healthier for the environment to make it that way. The other drawing is just to show how we're making the needle out of bamboo and the process to it. Our kit is going to be addressing issues from fast fashion, like we're just not getting paid enough for climate change, and even any like environmental impact in general. We want people to be able to fix or repair their clothes at home in order to stop them from buying from fast fashion brands that are affecting the environment. We also want to help the people that's being oppressed to work on their very bad conditions by brands and help them to be able to get a good pay for their labor. We also want to reduce or get rid of climate change by stopping people from wasting so many fabric and wasting so many clothes, and instead of buying new clothes, they could just repair and fix their clothes at home with this kit. We also want to make sure that people understand that we want a very sustainable and safe process for this kit. We want to make sure that we're paying people enough money to make for their labor, and we want to make everything pretty ethical and as better as possible for the environment.
Ethics relating to the topic, labor exploitation. Fast fashion often relies on low-cost labor in developing countries, where workers face unsafe conditions, low wages, and long hours. Environmental degradation. The industry is a major contributor to pollution, water waste, and carbon emission due to its high production volume and reliance on materials like cotton. Unethical sourcing. Fast fashion companies may use unsustainable sourcing practices, such as the use of harmful chemicals or materials. Resources needed. The process for organic/natural glue. Packing peanuts mixed with water. An alternative, if that recipe doesn't work, is corn flour or gelatin. Process for bamboo needle. Making sharp bamboo needles involves shaping bamboo dowels into needle points using a combination of sanding and potentially specialized tools. The process starts with selecting the right bamboo materials, cutting it to the desired length, and then tapering one end to a point. This is typically done by hand or a machine, followed by more sanding and potentially polishing to achieve a smooth, sharp tip. Hardness for bioplastic button. The hardness of a button, or more precisely, its actuation, force, and tactile feedback, is a crucial factor in button design and usability. While a button needs to be firm enough to activate reliably, it should not require excessive force, as this can be tiring and potentially cause strain. Issues with our idea. Our main issue is labor standards. We can fix this issue by ensuring that all the materials and components from the thread and fabric is packaging are sourced ethically and produced with fair labor practice is crucial. This includes paying fair wages, providing safe work conditions, and respecting workers' rights. Another issue that's also important is supplier relationship. We can fix this problem by building a strong and ethical relationship with suppliers. It is important to remember and ensure that sustainability and ethical standards are maintained throughout the entire process. Timeline for our idea/project. The timeline is 2 to 3 years. The cost $10,000 to $12,000 per month. Specific costs: needle and thread will be $500. The bioplastic button is $20. Patches is $50, and the whole entire case will be $1,500. Employees will be paid $20 to $25 an hour.